Come, 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 come. Come. We have Billy Bench here.
Lined up. Well, that's the word.
Go.
Okay, so we have From the Realm right here. This is gonna be our first Kickstarter. We're aiming to, launch late May. It's gonna be like based on pretty much like creatures from different realms. So the first wave is gonna be from the shadows, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty much based on like different iterations of vampires, creatures from the shadow, like demons and stuff like that. But Jorge, my partner, can illustrate you more of the technicality of this.
So here, what we have is an example of one of our stretch goals. This is the Man Beast, Bat Beast deluxe figure. It's essentially a composite of the original vampire creature. It's using the same abdomen, same thighs, and everything else is brand new. You got lower legs, arms, forearms, brand new torso, and obviously a new head. The Bat Beast will also be able to use the same wing system that can be used on the regular bat, on the regular vampire.
Oh, I see them holes.
Yeah, we actually developed this, which is not final, but this is going to be essentially something that plugs in to the back of the vampire, and that will allow you to plug in the wing attachments. Because since it's such a skinny figure, we needed to add a little more bulk to the sculpt so that we can have that hold for those wing plugs to go in there and stay in place. So another thing that we have new here at Toylanta is we have the reveal of our Renfield.
Okay, I love him.
And that's going to be a companion piece that comes with the sarcophagus. So sarcophagus is going to be a standalone like expansion pack. It does not include the vampire. That's just for display purposes. It's going to bring the lid. And we're thinking about, possibly including a few critters with the pack.
Definitely adds value right there. Renfield with the sarcophagus.
Yeah, the Renfield is going to be articulated. What do you think about the scale? We're thinking about scaling it up a little bit taller, just so that the vampire could rest his palm on Renfield's head.
If he could rest his hand on his on the top of his head or on the hump itself, that would be like a good height there.
Yeah.
And you'd be able to get a little bit more articulation in there
Absolutely.
too.
We don't want to go too heavy on the articulation. I'm thinking more like swivel joints.
You don't need a superposable Renfield. You just need a creeper.
I definitely want to give him swivel wrists. I want to give him a ball socket head.
So this is an example of the kind of like what we're aiming on painting. So
it's an
what
eyeball
you're seeing
on
is
the
an
back.
eyeball on the back. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's giving me some Resident Evil William vibes.
The eyeball is going to swivel, so it's going to be movable.
Yeah.
I'm into the swivelable eyeball there. That's
So we're gonna show you right here, like, because these figures are gonna have like soft goods.
Yep.
So this is like the Victorian type of like soft goods that we're like planning for the vampires.
And we're actually later today we're getting our first set of soft goods samples coming in. So we're hoping to outfit these figures with those. So we'll definitely have some new updated looks later in the day.
This is the configuration of the wings,
yes.
so people can appreciate that better.
yes, I love that because it's like hinge and swivel right there, like
it's
bicep.
It's gonna
double,
work like an arm.
like
Yes,
an arm.
Exactly like an arm.
And then
Correct.
at the same time,
Wonderful.
it's creating like an alternate look for the vampire because he's gonna have kind of like a hunch. We wanted to make it look organic. We didn't want it to look like a backpack or anything like that. So he has a hunch, and then he's gonna have like an exposed vertebrae on that piece. You can see here the vertebrae. So when you display it, it's gonna make him look even creepier when he's like hunched over, even if he doesn't have the wings.
That's the Bat Beast. Let me flip it for you.
I am here for that Bat Beast. It's everything between like. It reminds me of the Coppola in between kind of bat werewolf beast there.
Yes.
Meridian outfit as well.
And this is gonna be one of our stretch goals.
Yeah, if vampires are not your thing, we got other stuff.
We have
from
some
the shadows.
demons coming from the shadows.
You know what? This works.
And I'm gonna show you right here. This is kind of like how the articulation is gonna work. Like we have this little test shot right here, but it's gonna give you an idea. We have a ball joint here on the bottom with a hinge in between and a ball joint on the top that is gonna work together. So you can have like crazy poses. You're gonna have a butterfly joint right here. You're gonna have a ball joint on the bottom of the neck with a hinge and ball joint on the top. So you're gonna have a lot of range here. That's pretty much the idea. And of course, we're gonna have like the upper tight swivel, double joint of the knees, and we're like here using like the feet. You can see the toe hinges and stuff like that. So how they work, it's really flush. You see, like we're not having that kind of like piece
that's like sticking out that looks unorganic. Yes,
correct. So and it sits perfectly on the floor. So that's one of the main concerns, right?
Yes.
So your figure can stand perfectly.
Yeah, we definitely need to keep the balance. Another premiere here at Toylanta is one of our alternate heads.
Oh, you know what? He looks like a bit of a lost boy to me.
Little bit.
Little bit.
So this is basically just an example of all the possibilities that you can have with the heads, just by switching our heads. So we're going to have a head pack that's going to be part of the Kickstarter, and we're still not sure at how many heads it's going to be, but I'm thinking it's going to be anywhere between 4 to 5 heads, completely different looks.
Nice.
This being one of them, but this one, if you looked at the binder, this is actually going to be an expansion set on its own. So this is, we're calling it, we don't have a name for it yet, but it's more, I'm calling it more like the traditional classic Dracula. So we're gonna have the head, and we're gonna have a brand new classic Dracula cape with collar.
I saw the cape on there.
That's going to come with a vampire bat, and that's going to be an expansion set on its own.
Nice.
But aside from that, we're doing the head pack, and then not shown here, we're also doing a vampire hunter expansion kit, which is going to consist of the weapons that you would weaponize a vampire hunter with, without the hunter itself. So if you want to get, you know, a G.I. Joe Classifieds or anybody, you know, even a Mythic Legions guy, and turn him into a vampire hunter, you're going to have the weapons. So it's going to bring wooden stakes. It's going to be a double barrel crossbow gun that shoots the stakes, a musket. There's going to be a crucifix, and there's going to be a cross stake weapon. It's like a stake and a cross at the same time.
Nice.
And then there's going to be a vial of for holy water. But the bonus is, with that pack, you're going to get 2 exclusive battle damaged heads for the vampires.
Oh.
You're going to get sun melted face.
Nice.
And you're going to get a crucifix across the face, burned, singed. So, yeah, I'm thinking about like all the possibilities. So essentially what I'm trying to pull off is, in every wave, I'm trying to give the consumer every option, rather than people saying, oh, for wave 2, you know, you should do this. It's like, here you go. It's not exactly separate SKUs as like completely different vampires, but I'm giving you so many different heads that once you pop and swap and change the outfits and do this and that, you're going to have so many different iterations of vampires that you could do, that at the end of the day, you'll probably have like 10 or 12 different configurations.
Nice. I like that setup. Then instead of having like, you have like 14 SKUs of characters you're trying to unlock and reveal and like prepare at the last minute. I much rather this is more my speed.
And also, being collectors, you know, at heart, I've been collecting for 30 plus years. The whole thing of it is that we want to make it marketable and affordable for every type of customer. So we're going to have a SKU that is sort of like a blank. It'll have less deco, no soft goods, lower price point.
Okay.
So, you know, we're trying to, you know, make everybody happy.
Yeah, people were asking yesterday, they were asking us about like if we were planning to have like a blank body and stuff, especially because all the community, you have a lot of like customizers and insane people that know how to paint like beautifully. So yeah, we may give the option for people to
yeah, we'll probably do a poll on our Facebook group and get a feel for if there's that big of a market to do like a blank versus doing like a more bare bones kind of low deco.
Yeah, like, you know, like main paint, little bit of like wash on it or something.
Right. I was
Yeah.
thinking like 2 hits, eyes, and it's a lot cheaper because it has no soft goods. Or just a blank,
Blank,
base
just like
grade,
base.
ready to paint kind of.
I
Kind
myself,
of like a test.
like a test shot.
Test shot, like, yeah.
I myself would lean more towards like the simpler paint apps there because I hate doing joints. I hate paint rub on joints and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's why I would lean more towards like, hey, like you have like a kind of paler skin one, like fresh change, and then you have like like, hey, this thing has not seen the sunlight for hundreds of years, and it's looking like that, or it's it's been in the dirt and it just came out the dirt kind of look.
Yeah.
Any of that, I'm super for. Just saying. Just saying.
No. And that's what we want. Like, we're actually like listening to everybody, like their opinions. I mean, of course, you're not gonna please everybody, but at the end of the day, we want to give like a very like big
Most.
range of options for everybody to create. Actually, at the end of the day, your ultimate creature from different realms. That's the idea with this storyline.
I'm into it, guys. Thanks for talking to me today.
problem.
Again, the
Thanks so much.
Kickstarter starts in.
End of May.
End of
Yeah,
May.
we're aiming for end of May. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
I'll keep up to date on it. I'll post more about it. Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much, man.
Thank you so much.